to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Eccles.
Here we are once again into Saturday afternoon, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. I am here with Mr. Tarver.
Hello. ¿Cómo está?
You just went from up here to like...
I'm all over the place, man.
To freaking sultry.
I'm all over the place.
How has your week been, sir?
Man, it has been terrible. It's been terrible. I'm seeking a therapist at this current time. It's terrible. I'm a danger to myself.
You need a little trigger time.
You might want to cut all that out.
In the range.
Yeah. No. It's been a busy week. And I do need some trigger. Now, actually, I'm looking at it, picking up a new firearm.
What are you looking to get?
A CZ.
A CZ. That's one that I've never actually shot, but I've seen them come through my class.
The Canic has made me a believer in these guys trying to get in the market.
The foreign guns?
Yes. We're not getting ripped off. Don't tell me Smith & Wesson can't make a good trigger. They can.
They can. They proved that in the 2.0.
Yeah, they can.
When they effed it all up in the first version of that.
On purpose.
Yeah.
That's like SIG, man. SIG used to be, when SIGs was made in Germany, they were good guns. Now you got a lot of SIG fanboys still. Hate to tell you, got a few problems. Got a couple problems there. When each gun's got a problem, it's not good.
So now you're looking outside the country.
I'm looking outside the country, man.
You got the Canic, and now you're gonna get the CZ.
I'm looking for the Swahili 9mm.
There you go. We were talking on the phone. You speaking of caliber. First of all, we'll get to that because
we're all over the place.
We are all over the place today. So
that's what I bring. I bring the chaos, man.
You bring the chaos.
That's me.
So the sultry along with the chaos. You bring chaotic sultriness.
Damn, I should market that.
Sultry chaoticness. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we've got some. You've got the contact info.
Unfortunately, it got put on in my area. I don't know how that happened.
Well, because you're good. People like speak it in your best Louisiana Cajun drawl.
You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. No. Okay. Please, let's see. Let's go through the contact information. The podcast hotline is 1-208-696-4397. Give us a call. Give us complaints. Give us praises.
I should probably call that.
We're stupid.
I should probably call that just to make sure it's still working. We haven't received a call on it for a while.
That's terrible.
I know, but people have been getting hold of me. So,
that's what's bad. We give them too many options, and nobody calls the hotline. Nobody calls the hotline. I'm
going to get rid of the damn hotline and just give you my personal number because everyone calls it or texts it anyway, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, everybody texts you. They hit you on Facebook. Nobody's hitting the hotline.
I know. You'd know. They'd probably be hitting you up on Facebook.
I don't know who they hit. It ain't me.
Freaking had Facebook.
Yeah, it's not me.
We could, Mr. Sultry. That could be your profile.
I wonder if there's a page out there.
A Facebook page for you?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of Kevin Tarvers out there.
Oh, man, I'm going to look it up after the show.
There's a lot of them.
But anyhow.
A lot of them, like dime a dozen, honestly. We're all over the place.
You can call the hotline. How else can you get a hold of us?
You can email at patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. And I got cut off. Your website is patriotdefense13.com. And you can read the blog and the inner workings of Todd's mind.
I gotta update the inner workings of Todd's mind. It's been a few weeks.
No, it's new. It's fresh. Go check it out. So that's our contact information. Contact us.
Do something. So you can even call me. You can even text message me if you want. I know
we need contact. We don't know if this is going out. Maybe we're just sitting here talking to ourselves.
No one's stalking us yet, so I don't feel like we're doing a good job.
Yeah, we don't even have enemies. Good grief.
We do. I think they're listening. They are up in Boise, and I think it's the Idaho Second Amendment Alliances. I think they're listening, I think. But no, you can call me. You can text me. Area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. I respond to text messages. I've got a couple listeners who I've never met before, but they text me all the time, a couple times a week. I'm okay with it. So I received a phone call from some guy in Kentucky. And he doesn't listen to the podcast. He says he's going to start.
Wow. How did he get a hold of you?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So this guy, he calls. He's a nice guy.
Kentucky,
he had a question about some guns, about a gun part or something. And he called me up and goes, yeah, well, I've been in Twin Falls, Idaho. And then he just went on. And he talked for like 15 minutes. And then he's like, I was like, sir, how do I know you? How did you get this number? And he actually just typed in Patriot, and it just filled in defense, and it came up Twin Falls, Idaho. So he just called the freaking number and started asking me about how to fix his gun.
Wow.
So we had a conversation. Great
Them boys
guy.
in Idaho know how to fix a gun.
Yeah,
We just call
you know
him.
what? He was pretty excited. He goes, yeah, that's what he said. He goes, Idaho. Oh, this guy's got to know what he's talking about. So, no, I chatted with him the other day for like 20 minutes.
Good grief.
Oh, yeah. I chat with all kinds of people, man.
So you like a suicide prevention hotline.
I could be. I'm not quite sure what that ding was, but whatever.
I don't know.
But, yeah, call me, text me, whatever. Some stuff we got going on. I'm going to be there's a local gun show at the Twin Falls County Fairgrounds in Filer for those of you who are local. And if Philip, you're watching, hey, Peter, I think Peter's going to be there. And Philip, if you want to come all the way down to Idaho, you can come visit me at the gun show. I'm not selling any guns, but I'm going to have a table, had a little banner made up. There's going to be a drawing for a class. If my hats get done, I'll have some hats for sale. I'll have some shirts there. I'll be answering questions, talking to people,
fixing guns.
I'll be fixing. The only way I can fix a gun is if you call me. You have to call me, and I'll fix it. I'll fix it over the phone.
We have one new listener I know of.
Who?
Juan.
Well, hey, we work with Juan. Is that the same Juan?
Shout out to Juan.
Shout out to Juan, and Juan's gonna buy a gun.
He's in the market. He said you struck a nerve and got the fever in him.
That's good. We struck a nerve.
Now he's got to go shopping. I told him, said, brother, I can save you a lot of time. I can let you play with all my stuff. Go out there and plink them around. Don't do that.
That sounded great.
Yeah.
That sounded great. Man.
I'll open up the toy room and you can, pick
a gun.
Pick a handful of them and whatever you
want.
want.
You guys can come on out over here and we could do some shooting. It's beautiful weather, man. It's time to be shooting outside.
It is. It's nice.
It's really nice. In fact, I got probably about another month, maybe, and then I'm going to start having my classes back outside again. I just got to get kind of like a little hump you got to get over. It's like could be windy, could be rainy.
People just now, the snow's gone.
Yeah.
They're getting out. They're seeing some sunshine. They're coming out like the Morlocks or something. They're coming back to life. So you got to give them a little space, and then they'll be shining back up.
Good to go. But yeah, so I can't wait to start shooting outside, kind of doing a little rehab. I'll show it to you. I don't know if you saw it when you walked in, doing a little rehab
It's beautiful.
On the range.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I'm planning, this will get all the people, I'm planting grass on the range. That's the wrong kind of grass. No, I'm just making it more presentable, and I'm working on the backstop, which is, I'll have to show it to you before you leave. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, so I drug my 13-year-old son off the couch, out from behind his computer or the cell phone, and actually had him help me pack around a bunch of railroad ties and stuff. I'm getting some use out of that boy finally. And
that's what every kid wants to do.
It's kind of nice.
Pack around railroad ties.
Railroad ties, and today we were burning shit.
It's always nice to burn stuff.
It is. So anyhow, I've got a class tomorrow, class in the morning, and another class after that. So I'll be done. I'll be at the range till about 1:00, and it'll be a good day.
So that's your Second Amendment activity.
That's my Second Amendment activities. Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive.
What do you do? What did you second? You're here.
I saved a life. I saved a life, man.
You saved a life.
I saved a life.
Well, go into detail.
At the gun counter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Explain. How do you say? Did someone attack you? I mean, what happened?
I was actually in there shopping. I was looking for the CZ because I think I need to purchase one of those because then I can say I have one, and you guys can say, I don't have one of those.
And it's because I want it, because Todd can shoot it.
So, no, and there was a lady there looking at firearms, and she had several of them on the glass, and I was being nosy, as I always am. Excuse me. And I said, what do you got there? And she had I just forgot the word. What do you call it?
She had a SCCY.
SCCY.
Wonderful guns.
And she had a Taurus beside it. And I just stopped and said, get the Taurus. Get the Taurus. Put that other one away. Get the Taurus. And she said, okay. And she went and bought the Taurus. So I saved her life.
You saved her life.
She don't even know it. She didn't even appreciate it.
And if she ever goes and takes a class, that instructor, whoever her instructor is going to appreciate it. You saved 2 lives.
I might have saved everybody's life. That thing could have blown up and killed everybody.
That thing is absolutely horrible. Horrible. Just crap, man. So if you got an SCCY and you're listening to the podcast, I am so sorry. I apologize. You need to go get a different firearm because those things are horrible.
I have never shot one.
I'm going to buy you one.
Okay.
I want to get an orange one. They have them in orange. They have them in color.
I tell you what, the one I saw that she had, the reason it caught my eye, and it looked pretty good. It looked good. I'm like, that's a nice looking little gun. What is that?
No.
And then I saw it, and it wasn't one of the colored models, all orange and purple. And
right.
Pink. And I was like, ooh.
You should have.
Don't do that.
You should have grabbed it and tried the trigger on that sucker.
I should have just grabbed it and threw it out the door.
Well, eventually it's going to be thrown at the backstop anyhow if she takes it out and shoots it.
But she got the Taurus, so yeah, she's okay.
You've done your good deed for the week.
I didn't even get accosted for mansplaining.
It
was a hit and run. I told her, throw that crap away and get the Taurus, and I took off.
Get a real gun. So good.
Well, for the price, it's not like you're upselling anything.
Well, and I think I saw somewhere, and I don't think it was anywhere local, but I just kind of an ad came across Facebook or something that there's someplace they're selling these with the rebate right now. I think you get like a Taurus for like $197 or some crap like that. It's insane, man. I don't like either of those guns, but the Taurus was a huge upstep from the SCCY.
For the $1, you getting a lot of gun for the $1. Come on, man. It's hard to beat that.
Right.
For that price, you can't.
Oh, you can't. You can't. So we've got I don't mean to interrupt. We got a little question here. Peter's asking, where is Mark? Mark is taking the day off. He went out of town for a few days, and so he's kind of enjoying life this weekend. So we occasionally let these guys take a day or two off, right? Do I ever call you and say, you have to beat the podcast?
All the time.
Oh, no. What I do is I send out over text message, hey, podcast Saturday 6. If you can make it, great. If not, just let me know what to expect. And we just kind of go from there. So, no, these guys all have live. You guys don't eat, sleep, and breathe the podcast. So I don't expect you to. You go do your own thing every now and then, right? Your own thing is usually working. If you're not here, it's because you're working, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough couple of weeks, man. It was rough.
And I will apologize now. If you're on my Facebook page,
where's Mark at?
He's at a hockey game.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you guys tried to tune into the podcast last week, I know some of you caught the Facebook Live video. That's great. You guys saw the show. I didn't realize it, but I edited it. Have $179 with the rebate, so that's a heck of a deal. Anyhow, I edited
the G2C for those who aren't watching.
Yeah. I edited the podcast last week. Thought it sounded great. Uploaded it, and about 15 minutes after I uploaded it, I get this Tarver calls me. Hey, dude, have you listened to the podcast? I'm like, no, dude, I uploaded it. I thought it sounded good. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
It was good for about 18 minutes.
About 18 minutes, and then Todd's voice dropped out of the picture. I'm not quite sure what happened.
It was kind of funny because Mark's sitting here having this conversation, and you only hear his side of it, and it's like,
well, I went back and tried to fix it. I went back and I yanked it down real quick. I went back and tried to fix it. My problem is that I changed the original file and I saved that instead of saving the original, making a duplicate and then running that, so I couldn't go back and fix it. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't back once I combine the tracks, I can't separate the tracks. So
Okay.
that's what I would have had to do to try to amp my voice up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Your mic was off. It was all the way gone.
It wasn't. It was on. I'm not sure.
It was unplugged or something. It was. You had the only sound that you were making was coming across with Mark's mic.
Now I'm checking all the mic connections here. But we did a sound check. But I did sound check with Mark.
Yeah, for 18 minutes he was okay.
I don't know.
And then your only sound was coming across his mic, so it was across the room picking up. It was bad.
Anyhow, sorry about that little snafu, guys.
I wasn't here. If I'd have been here,
you'd have caught it.
that shit wouldn't happen.
It said it was doing good on the computer. Whatever. Anyhow, I feel kind of bad about that. But here you go. We got another one for today. So
well, maybe.
maybe we haven't listened to it yet.
We'll see.
So, what do we got going on this week? So
I am sitting here fascinated by this ammunition you have. Now, I have some old ammunition, man, but I am impressed that you have a box of 22 long rifle ammunition for $1.40 stamped on it.
You know,
This thing has got to be 30 years old.
You know, I collect old ammo boxes. Now, that was one I actually had, but I got an old Remington box up there. If you look way up there.
Yeah.
I kind of collect old ammo boxes. And if I'm in class and someone's shooting some really old ammo, I tried to snag the boxes when they're done. Yeah, Jim, I know the mic is covering the other guy's face. That would be you. It's the way we got this situated here. I got to get some new filters to cover up the microphones, and then
People trying to ID me, man. Good grief.
That will help. So just you remember that old show, Tool Time?
There you go.
He's Tarver's the neighbor. All you see is his eyes and his forehead. That's all you see. So peek out from the side a little, Tarver. Tarver's really afraid of facial recognition, so
They already got me.
But yeah, so I collect old ammo boxes when I get a chance. I just think they're kind of cool. I used to have some old paper 12 gauge shells too.
Yes, but this was shootable ammo for $1.40.
And we shot it up in your gun.
Yeah.
So
Good grief. Okay.
What else we got going on?
We got all kind of stuff going on, man.
There was a local guy, at least a Boise local, hour and a half local to us, that tried to take his firearm onto the airplane just this last week or just this week.
Did it say what kind of firearm it was?
It did. I
always want to know.
I don't know if it did or not. It may be in the lost and found or something now, or they burned it, or I don't know if he gets it back. But my gosh, really?
Nah, you'll never see that back. It ain't worth
you
the paperwork.
can pack your firearm into the airport. Okay, but you can't pack it past security. That's in Oregon. You can't pack it past security. You need to, if you're going to take it with you, you got to check it. If you're picking someone up at the airport, you can't get past security anyway. What?
I'm sorry.
You can see my face now, Peter. But anyhow, don't try to get on a plane with a holstered firearm. Are you freaking kidding me? Holstered or in your bag or whatever it is. Are you stupid? I mean, really? What?
I don't know what they're thinking.
You get in that little machine and you stick your arms up and you're going to spin around. They scan your freaking bag?
I would love to hear some explanations for this. I mean, what are they thinking?
Right.
Do you think because you have concealed carry you can do that? I don't know.
Okay,
I mean, you're going on a plane. You're not going to forget that it's there.
So I honestly don't think that this person was purposely trying to get it on the plane. I would hope not anyway. My thoughts are this, and people are going to hate me when I say this, but this could be, I'm not saying it is, but it could be a byproduct, and I'm not against constitutional carry, don't get me wrong, but it could be a byproduct of constitutional carry where you don't have to take a class. You don't have to learn the laws, and the people that do not take a class, that's fine, you're legal, but if you don't know the laws, you're going to get yourself into trouble like this.
It's possible.
But you would think it'd be a common sense thing. But come on, really?
We keep forgetting that, and this is a hard thing to accept, but half the country voted for Hillary. I mean, half the country's retarded. I mean, they're painfully stupid.
I really hope that there's no Democrats that like firearms that listen to
They
this
are.
show.
They're the ones that carry on a plane.
Because now we're in big trouble. They've all quit listening. But no,
All they got to do is hate on me. You can hang with them. I don't want to. That's just me.
It just boggles
That's my truth.
That's right.
All that nonsense.
It just boggles my mind when I see people do stupid stuff. Like, I mean, come on, really? What? And a lot of times their excuse is, "Well, I forgot it was in that bag." Are you kidding me? You forgot. You don't know where your firearm is. Well, you don't have a bunch of kids running around your house either, Mr. Tarver. But I mean, you don't know where your firearm is. Come on, you're not. Be a little more responsible. Anyhow, that's enough about that. But we've got some crazy stuff happening in Oregon.
Man, what's happening in Oregon? These people are crazy.
Oh, yes, they are. We have this. What is it? I didn't even print off the bill number.
Now, this has been introduced, right?
Yes, it's not. If this amendment is adopted, this hateful gun bill will. I guess we could just freaking read them. I don't care.
Just read down the list.
I'll start and then I'll give you some here in a little bit.
Just read them off, and if we decide to ping on them, we'll get on them.
Okay, so if this amendment is adopted, this bill will allow gun stores to refuse to sell firearms and ammunition to young adults, as Bi-Mart, Walmart, and Fred Meyer's have done in violation of the law. So there you go. It will exonerate gun dealers who violated our anti-discrimination laws, even if they did it before this bill was passed. It will require that your self-defense firearms be locked up. This is the craziest.
Worthless.
This is the crazy one.
Makes them worthless.
Who wants to lock up your self-defense firearms at all? They're locked up. They ain't doing you a bit of good. So under this bill, you can be prosecuted even if you did lock up your guns.
Even if they're locked up.
Even if they're locked up with a cable lock. If someone has access to a device to defeat the lock, which of course is anyone who has access to almost any tool. You own a pair of bolt cutters, guess what? You have the ability to take his cable lock off. Guess what? That person who put the cable lock on that gun is now in trouble.
Well, now, if your gun's locked up and your house is locked up, does that mean you're responsible for anybody who walks past your house because they can get past your door locked too? I mean,
yeah, are they talking like you have to have a cable lock on it, or is it you lock your house so that your self-defense weapon is locked up? I mean, what are they considering locked up?
I don't know.
In the safe?
I don't know. A safe? You can beat safes.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
You can beat safe. You can.
If you go in with the mentality to beat the safe, you can beat that safe pretty quick.
So they're just looking to hammer on absolutely everyone is what they're doing.
Yep.
But I'm sorry. I'm trying to do like 3 jobs at once here today, and I'm trying to keep track of this as well. But they agree with you about Democrats, by the way.
Well, I got the Facebook crowd.
You got the Facebook crowd. So it'll also hold gun owners responsible for 2 years. Hold gun owners responsible for 2 years for guns that they transferred, unless they can prove the transferred gun had a trigger or cable lock.
How in the hell do you have to videotape that and upload it to YouTube or something?
I don't even understand this.
I don't think they understand it.
So explain that. Hold gun owners responsible for 2 years for guns they transferred.
Transferred, no longer own.
They're responsible for that firearm that they no longer own for up to 2 years? Is that what it is?
So you telling me if I have a gun and you transferred it to me and it don't have a cable lock, I'll say, well, Todd didn't give me a cable lock.
You have to transfer it with a cable lock or a trigger lock, is what they're saying.
Is there a serial number on these cable locks? Yeah, it's insane, man. These people going crazy.
You know what? I got a big, and I lock my guns up in a safe, don't get me wrong, unless it's my self-defense weapon, and it's on me at all times typically. But you get the gun, it's got the little cable lock. I just dump it into a box. I got a whole box full of
boxes of that.
Freaking cable locks.
Tons of it.
Tons of them.
And those little safety keys, too. I don't even know what they go to anymore.
Look at this. Holds gun owners responsible for crimes that were committed with guns that were stolen from them.
Stolen from them. So you're a victim of a crime, and you're going to be held responsible for that gun.
So what they're doing here is they're just making they are making the benefits outweigh the freaking risk here, and that's what they want to do. They don't want anyone to own firearms. I mean, because they're covering every which way. You're going to get in trouble just for freaking thinking about a gun.
Anybody here from Oregon?
Oh, there may be a few. Move.
I'm sorry. Well, has this even been introduced to the House, or is this just? I know this is their dreams. They're spouting all their dreams and wishes right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it has yet. I think what this looks to me like, and we're not even done reading the list, and we'll finish it in just a second. What it looks to me is like they saw the Washington thing pass last year, and it's like, this year, last year, whatever.
Got to one-up them.
But I think it's kind of like here, hold my beer. I can do better than you guys do. It's absolutely insane.
This is, never mind, keep going.
Treats 80% lowers as complete guns requiring background checks and registration. If the lower is transferred and has no serial number, the police need a detailed description or the lower. So they need a detailed description of the lower or the person who you sold the gun to? What?
Well, what are you going to tell them, man? If you tell them anything, that's an AR. I mean, no matter what you tell them, they're insane. And this next one just shows utter stupidity.
Oh yeah,
this is the 1980s stuff when the Glock came out, the ceramic guns, and remember all that?
Yeah,
these same morons are still trying to show their education on firearms.
I'll let you go with that one.
Ban undetectable firearms. Undetectable.
Every gun.
What the hell is an undetectable firearm?
There is no undetectable firearms. Come on,
Good
man.
Grief, man.
They've all got metal in them. This is.
Come on, man.
Ban untraceable firearms. So that'd be like your ghost guns.
Okay.
Yeah. Increase CHL fees.
Oh, this next one's a winner too. I got questions on it.
Okay, you read this one then.
Allow cities, counties, metropolitan service districts, good grief, airports, schools, colleges, and universities to ban CHL holders from public buildings. Please note this bill does not say buildings owned by those entities. It says public buildings. So yeah, is this banning concealed carry licensed people or people that actually have a firearm on them at the time? Because the way it's reading, concealed carry
holders. Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, that was my question. It's like, okay, what's up with that?
Somebody's got some splaining to do.
These people are insane.
Under this bill, a school in John Day could forbid you from carrying your firearm in a public building in Troutdale. Oh my God! Did you guys need to leave Oregon? And you guys need to
to buy some rope.
That's right.
And get ready. If this all goes crazy, you need to find these people.
And
shake their hand and buy them a cup of coffee, of course.
There you go. That would also be a ban CHL holders from airports. Not just the terminal, but the parking lots and grounds adjacent to the parking lots. Picking up your spouse at the airport with a firearm, go to jail.
Once again, it says CHL holders.
CHL holders.
Is that somebody who's in possession of a firearm or somebody who is a holder of a concealed carry license?
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't think they know.
So
these people are looking for undetectable firearms.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Oh, man. So pay attention, man. I mean, this happened in Washington. Stuff like this. Bad stuff happened in Washington, and now it's kind of creeped over the border into Oregon. And I guarantee you, if they get this now, I think they want all that, but I think they know they're not going to get all that. I think
they're trying to out insane each other left and right.
Yeah, and I think it's what I'm going to call the about it, the Overton window.
Yeah.
So what it is they're going to come out with these wild and crazy. So you're right here, right now. They're coming out with this wild and crazy stuff way over here, and they know they're going to get in between, and they're okay with that because in a couple of years they're going to move it even farther, and then there's a good chance they're actually going to get all of that. They're working toward it.
They have one problem with their thinking is generally the Overton window will move steadily but slowly.
Right.
These dudes have gone crazy.
Well, I think if they go as far as they can out into left field, they think they're going to get a lot.
If these people, these monsters, man, these insane nuts ever take charge of the United States,
We're in trouble.
it's over. It is over. You can't head for the hills. Strap in where you're at. It's over.
So, hey, I have got another question. Something I don't think we've discussed this on the podcast, but I don't know if we've discussed it looking at it this way. We've talked about the legalization of marijuana,
Okay.
and stuff like that. Okay, so do you think? And granted, they say they don't want it,
They'll use anything.
but do you think? Yeah, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're allowing, even though it's kind of a fight, they're allowing this to come through so they can have a shot at you using marijuana, no gun for you. You using marijuana, no gun for you. You got a medical marijuana card and no firearm for you. I mean, I think, could this be one of the ways that they're doing it?
I think they will try and use this, but at the same time, it's literally an opioid for the masses. It keeps people
Right.
It keeps them calm and keeps them from getting riled up
Under
when they're
control. It's control.
when they're
man.
pulling their socialist takeover stuff. It's like, yeah, well, chill out, people, chill out. So, not that they won't try and use it, and one of them won't try to. I think the bigger goal is to keep everybody nice and happy, give them fast internet, and build the cage.
Obama
around
phones.
them. Yeah, have your Obama phone and
Here's your dough.
build that cage right around you.
So, I don't know. It's just something that kind of,
Maybe not. I don't know.
something that kind of stirred in my brain.
Just my humble opinion.
Humble. It's my humble Cajun opinion. So crazy stuff, but so I'm thinking about buying a new firearm too. Now I don't. We touched on this the last podcast, but you weren't here.
Mechanic?
No,
Well, nobody was here. Nobody could hear.
Freaking! I'm gonna get it. I want to get a 10 millimeter.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking about the Springfield Armory and the XDM platform, 10 millimeter. Okay, but we had a discussion on the phone the other day about calibers.
The flavor of things currently.
So you what are you hearing a lot about? You're hearing a lot about 10 millimeters, right?
A lot about 10 millimeters.
You're not hearing much about 40 anymore.
No, not right now.
Not right now. And you know what you're not hearing too?
40's over penetrating though.
And you know what you're not hearing about either?
You're not hearing 45.
You're not hearing 45 anymore. You're hearing 9 millimeter,
And
10
10
millimeter, and you're starting to hear, especially with some of the newer firearms like the EZ, you're starting to hear a little more about 380.
No, man, don't do that.
You are though. You're starting to hear a little bit more about that.
Well, I tell you what, one saving grace, one beautiful thing about the 45, what I like about it is unless you get a 45 P plus or some kind of stuff,
Right.
it's running about 900 feet per second. It's subsonic. You can put a suppressor on it. It's got that big old nice, and that's all you're gonna get. You ain't gonna suppress a 10 millimeter.
Right.
So
right.
for the suppressed round, it's the best round. It's big. It's
made for it almost.
yeah. It is, and it's slow.
Well, I'm thinking,
and it's quiet.
I'm thinking about the 10 millimeter more for the fact that not as a carry gun. It's not something I would carry. Can still carry around town.
People carrying those. Though.
They do, and I'm more for my 9. But I'm gonna go out camping a lot more this year. I'm gonna be out in the woods. Gonna take my Scout out there and my boys and our rooftop tent. We're gonna go camping, and I don't know. I've always thought about wanting a little bit bigger caliber just for that, animal wise, and just kind of a woods gun. And I've always
44 Magnum.
Well, I always thought about I've always thought about a revolver, but I kind of like the semi-autos, and I shot one of that 10 millimeter the other day in that XDM platform, and it was freaking sweet. It was sweet. I like it. So
You can get you a 4470 handgun, a revolver.
4570.
Yeah, 4570.
I know. I've shot one.
You did?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Wallops.
How bad was it?
Oh.
Okay.
I've even shot. There was a little tiny gun. It was like a Derringer, and it would shoot a 45 long Colt or a 410 shell, and literally you'd stick to 410, and you only had like that much barrel. after you put the oh my gosh, dude, that was a freaking, and the gun is like this big. It was a freaking handful, but it was fun. Super fun.
Don't sound that fun.
Oh, it was fun. It was.
Well, see, you got a 10 millimeter. It's going to rip through somebody before it can even expand.
Yeah, but I'm going to use it on the bear.
Okay.
Or that cat, that mountain lion,
Kitty cat.
the kitty cat. I'm choking out while
Little baby cat.
while I'm trail running.
Little baby mountain lion.
Yeah.
Meow. Boom, 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 boom. Stray cat in the alley, man. That ain't a mountain lion. Get out of here.
I did do some exciting last night, though. I had Dean. He hasn't been on the podcast for a while, but he's more than welcome. But
Y'all didn't do a podcast last night?
No, we didn't. He had a curfew.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So go figure. So we had to. We went
Daylight savings time, man.
So we went next door to the classroom, and I ran him through my new class setup.
Right.
For my new class, and I think it worked out real well. I got a little bit of a PowerPoint. It's not real long. It's about 15 minutes, and then we get right into the shooting. And we're going to use the UTM rounds, not as I originally wanted to, but we're going to use them in the class, shooting at a target like in the classroom. And it actually, it's I'll show you before you leave. It actually works really slick. And so we're going to use that before we graduate to actually doing like force on force stuff. What?
I don't know. You get a lot of fresh people off the streets. You want to start them with. I mean,
well,
doesn't that seem odd to at least fresh people and starting habits and?
Well, these aren't going to be brand. I mean, they're going to be somewhat new, but they won't be brand new. So they're going to have gone through a permit class. They're going to have to, I'm going to have to see their enhanced permit before they get into this. And
okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to ease into it. And we're still, obviously, because you should still treat a firearm like, that is kind of a firearm, okay?
Yeah.
And you still should, the gun safety rules apply to it as well. You don't want to get whacked with one of those, trust me. But yeah, we'll still apply the safety rules to that during the training process. But I think it's going to be a good intermediate step before we actually go out to the range and do it live. Because we do a lot of, when we teach how to draw and fire, we'll start not using a firearm at all.
Yeah, that is a good point.
We start using with a finger gun.
Let me see you draw.
Yeah, and then
before we go.
Yeah, and then we'll do it with a unloaded firearm in their holster, and then I'll give them this so they can add at the end of the draw they can add the click, the bang to it. Does that make sense? No more comments, dude. We got like one viewer.
He's with us though. He's with us to the end.
He's freaking diehard. They probably just started it and like set his phone down and
we might just be sitting here talking to this whole thing could have petered out.
Freaking it is what it is.
I mean, we might not be putting out sound. We don't know. Not after last week.
Whoever's listening, can you hear us? Because if we're not, I'm just shutting her down right now.
Sounds like a call for help. If anyone's listening. Tell them where we're at.
So
Tell
what else?
My mom I love her.
What else we got going on?
I don't know. What else we have?
What about the I mentioned it last week, but then again, some of this might be a repeat because I don't know how much actually people heard.
No, they didn't hear it.
They didn't hear none of it.
Nope.
A revolver mindset.
What the hell is a revolver mindset?
So I had a class last week. Last weekend. And there's some people in there, great people. They could shoot really well, and they brought revolvers and everything, and they shot them fantastic. And I'm not picking on them at all, but the guy had his wife there. His wife was there, and she was shooting a little like 38 Special snub nose, nice little gun,
right?
And she was getting toward the end, she's almost done shooting. And I was standing next to her husband. I was like, man, she's getting tired.
It's 100 rounds.
It's 100 rounds through a freaking snub nose. I mean, she was getting tired.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. I want to get her something different. And I was telling him about the 380 EZ, and he was telling me, I just don't want to get her a semi-auto because then, I know it could hold more rounds, but then she's going to have to deal with it if it jams. And this is just click, bang, click, bang, click, bang on a revolver, and she's going to have to rack the slide. And there's so much stuff. Here's the thing. Women can learn to run a semi-auto just as good as anyone else. With a little bit of practice, I don't know what the holdup is. And 9 times out of 10, probably 99.9% of the time, Your semi-auto, if it's a quality
Yeah, so you
firearm,
can say
it's
that's-
going to run. It ain't going to freaking jam. I mean, come on.
That was the argument in the 70s and stuff, you know.
Right.
It's like people scared of the automatics, and then they were scared of the plastic guns. I remember, I'm like, I don't want no plastic gun. Are you crazy? Yeah,
Right.
But
the polymer, yeah.
yeah, it gets to where it's come on, they're quality firearms. They're gonna work. They're gonna run. They're gonna be okay. Test your ammo. Don't go out with untested ammo, and you'll be all right.
And you know,
And if you count on that, man, if you're starting to say what ifs, man, the sun could be in your eyes. What if the sun's in your eyes? You know, you start getting in the
and a lot of people that have trouble with their semi-autos is because they're shooting crap ammo, dirty Russian ammo, dirty Russians, or they're shooting like their reloads. Okay, and their reloads are the ones that are causing problems.
Did you see that Remington I was shooting? That Remington ammo? Good God, it was filthy.
Oh yeah, some of it.
Good God, it was.
They
awful.
mass produce that stuff and it's filthy. I've seen people jam up a freaking revolver too. I've seen people like
It can happen. Yeah,
I don't know what that noise is.
a lot harder to clear too.
They pull they pull the trigger and then they kind of short stroke it, let up, and it starts to move that cylinder, and then they can't. It like locks up on them is what it does. I mean, I've seen that quite a bit. I've seen that a lot in class even, but I don't know. It's just the fact that
if you get into that, even your revolvers have springs and stuff that can anything can break.
I mean, if you like revolvers, shoot a freaking revolver, but don't
shoot 100 rounds.
Don't just assume your wife can't run a semi-auto and just stick her with a revolver.
He might be trying to handicap her.
he might be, because that in my
just
mind,
in case things get ugly.
In my mind, that's just wrong. That ain't right.
Well, I'm sure he's, wanting, and he's thinking this is what's best for her, and this is what's keeping her the most safe, and that's fine. But have some options. Go play with some stuff. Well, I don't know. I guess people don't buy guns. I just buy them and play with them. If I like them.
They have plenty of guns. Trust me, they're a gunsmithing family.
Oh shit! Oh come on, man!
I know.
Oh come on, let the woman play with some guns, man.
I know.
Try different calibers and different. Yeah, try all kind of stuff. See what she likes.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So New Zealand, they are hammered down. They are down there.
Worthless.
One guy,
shithole country.
One guy already got killed.
Yep. Yeah, they're going door to door confiscating guns. People say they won't go door to door. Yes, they will go to door to door.
They're going undercover in the freaking gun ranges and trying to find out who's got what. And
they're trolling social media.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
You got New Zealand law enforcement on social media. I ain't giving up my gun. I don't care what they say. And everybody who agrees with them and thumbs up it, you on the list, brother. Somebody's coming to your house.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's low down, man.
Yeah, social media, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, see?
So, hey, what about bump stocks?
Well, the last I heard, it's official because the Supreme Court shot it down twice. They won't hear it. Shot it down Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, they were supposed to be turned in already.
Good.
People in Washington, I don't know how they set it up, but
so stupid.
They set up like
buyback.
Yeah, and so
those people were making money off those things.
They bought them back.
Yeah.
It's like, I forget, like 1,000 of them. And then they ran out of money. And then people started bringing them in, and they said, sorry, we're not paying you for them anymore.
But it's illegal. You can't have it.
Yeah, it's illegal. You can't have one of these.
They probably bought 5.
Something. But,
and said we bought about
1,000. In Washington State, there's been 1,000 turned in. And last I heard, I haven't heard of anyone. I mean, I'm sure some people have, but I don't think people are obviously flocking to turn these things in.
I think most people have destroyed them.
I think so. They were lost in a freak boating accident.
Well, come on, man. Come on, it's Trump. What you doing, man?
Yeah, I don't understand this. He's supposed to be the guy. He threw him a freaking bone. You don't throw them a bone.
Give them nothing.
You don't negotiate with terrorists. This is absolutely ridiculous. Especially when never mind, won't go down that road, but just,
don't give them nothing.
Don't give them anything. Granted, it is just a piece of plastic, but don't give in.
I mean, come on, man. Come on with this whole Las Vegas nonsense. It's just ridiculous. What is that, 2 years now? How long ago was that?
Yeah.
And they don't even have a motive?
Yeah.
Come on,
And
man.
we're paying for it.
Come on. Look, that's ridiculous. And then he's supposed to use bump stocks, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a bump stock on the bottom. Come on, there's some nonsense taking place here. You got 9,000 cameras in this casino and nobody's got him on camera. Come on, man.
We can't figure it out, but we want your bump stocks.
I'm not buying it, but
No.
I like a lot of what you're doing, Trump. I was an early supporter, and I still am. But I'm flat not happy with that. That is not cool. You do not do that. Don't give them anything.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, he hasn't caused us any other trouble quite yet, but God, that goes against. I mean, he just issued in some gun control. You don't give them anything because then they're going to want more.
It helped nothing. It helped nothing, and now you're gonna have some people. So you're gonna have some people that are gonna get, pulled over or whatever, and they didn't get rid of them or didn't know or thought it was still in limbo or whatever, and they're gonna get caught with them. They're gonna have federal charges against them.
Yep.
And guess what? Now they have no firearms. You have just you have stripped away their citizenship.
You turned them into a felon.
Yeah. Now they can't have any firearm.
And that's what they want.
Yeah, and might do time.
So
and the first few people, they're gonna make an example out of you.
So let's say let's just call this a back door.
It is a
that's
back door.
all that was.
It's another way you're a convicted felon,
Yeah.
and you just stripped a man of his citizenship. He's no longer an American citizen.
Yeah.
He don't have freedom.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, he don't have the Constitution of the United States no longer pertains to this person.
Right.
Come on, man.
I'm disappointed.
I'm not happy.
Disappointed in Mr. Trump.
I am too. That was not.
It's not what we signed up. Well,
No.
I didn't vote for him anyway, but
Man, I was campaigning earlier. Everybody was like, "You crazy?" I'm like, yeah, "Come on, man."
I'm not anti-Trump, but he didn't. He was, he got in there, and I'm like, okay, well, this ain't so bad. And then this,
He's doing a lot of good.
it was fortunately it was a knee-jerk reaction, but it was a horrible knee-jerk reaction.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Horrible.
If you're gonna have people, like I said, now they're gonna be convicted felons.
And I don't think he's one to say that he's wrong. And even if he realized it, I think I don't think he would have said anything at this point. But I don't know. Whatever.
Terrible move. Terrible. You don't give them nothing. Anyway, I'm sorry. We got that was handed to us. Let's say, the government's not supposed to give our rights or take our rights.
Right.
They're supposed to protect our rights. That's what they're there for. We have God-given rights. Get off my back. Don't tread on me. Blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. But let's say they gave it to it. It came to us under Obama, man.
Right.
And it got taken under Trump.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I can't hardly take that.
I will say this too, just so
I'm saying that too much. I'm getting a little too excited.
Oh, you're okay. Just so everyone understands, and I'm going to keep pointing this out as much as I possibly can. Okay. The NRA, when this first happened, when this shooting over at Mandalay Bay first happened, and nothing was done. NRA came out. The NRA what?
None.
The NRA came out and said, we wish the Trump administration and we wish
this is terrible.
the ATF, we think they should take a better look at these bump stocks, and we think we really need to do something about it.
Yeah, they play politics with it. They blamed Obama, and I'm like, brother.
Well, and then, so Trump came on board, said, okay, we'll do something about this, whatever.
We'll take them.
And then about 4 months ago,
after the backlash started coming out.
After the backlash, NRA came out and said, we're really disappointed that they're going to take these. We're really disappointed. I'm like,
sellouts.
You freaking told them
sellouts.
to. So, yeah, the NRA, sign up with the GOA, Gun Owners of America.
Yeah.
Get out of the freaking NRA.
Gun Owners of America was against it from Jump Street. They took it to court. They filed with the Supreme Court. Supreme Court refused to hear them. They fought as far as they could.
Hey, Mark's joining us.
Oh, crap.
How we doing, Mark?
He's not at a hockey game.
He's
playing hooky, man.
He's playing hooky. So now that we all are fired up over freaking Trump.
Well,
yeah.
Well, come on, man. What can I say? I mean,
Here we go again.
if you let one of these nutbags get in there, let a Cortez get in there, let Eric Holder get in there.
Right.
Or you, oh man, it's strap them up time, man. Get on your vest and let's go to town, man. It's just getting ugly. You know, game over, man. Game over. That kind of stuff. So I can't beat up on him, but man, that was a bad move. That was a bad move. But he got led into that because he's listening to the NRA. He's thinking they're the voice of gun owners. They are not the voice of gun owners.
They are the voice of the NRA.
They are a fundraising organization.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yep.
They are not a fighting organization. Gun Owners of America will fight and defend the Second Amendment. NRA is a fundraising unit. That's all they do.
If you're confused, just go ahead and join both of them, but at the very least, get on Gun Owners of America. It's the way I look at it.
Yeah. They'll fight. I'll give them that.
They will.
I forgot what we were talking about, man. We done got fired.
We
up.
got fired.
I come in
up.
a little crazy anyway, a little too much energy.
That's okay. What do we got on our list here?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just was thinking of something. Freaking lost it. I lost it. But I would jump on here and say, though, because we were talking about this on the phone, too. We have to watch what's going on because, man, if the left ever regains a bunch more power, we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
It's time. Well, we're
They've
done.
got all the stuff on the works, and we're done.
Not only that, they have panicked so much,
And they're
fearing that there's an uprising from the people to elect somebody that's like Trump. You know, he's not a Bush, he's not a Clinton. He's so that terrified them. That's why it terrified them.
Yeah.
Because the people are speaking. Oh, he ain't one of us. So if they get the chance again, God knows how far they'll go.
And they're getting ballsy enough right now. You got places like Oregon doing what they're doing, and
Well, New Zealand, come on, man. New Zealand is an extension of us. Don't think it's not. They're the part of the Five Eyes.
right.
Well, the Five Eyes, we're all tied together. So they're testing stuff over there, and everybody over here is applauding it and all this. Come on, man. Everybody over here is applauding it and saying how great it is. Oh, I wish we could do something like that. Let them get back in charge. They're going to do something like that. And they will go door to door.
Oh yeah, they will.
They've already done it.
So I just remembered what I forgot. We had a question, not last, no one heard the last episode, but the episode before we posed a question to the listeners,
Right.
as what would you give up your Second Amendment rights for? So this all stems from, there's a guy I know that he moved to the state of Hawaii, and they have really poor gun rights down there. You know, they don't like firearms, whatever, and they're trying to impose more. Anyhow, I messaged him about this, just kind of getting his feel for it. And he said he wasn't going to let, and he's a huge gun guy too. So I don't understand where he came from, how he came to this decision. But he wasn't going to let the decisions of a state government dictate where he was going to live or he wasn't going to live with his family. And so we asked for people, and we got one.
They are dictating. They're telling you what you can have when you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, that don't even make sense.
Nope.
That's not an anti-government stance. You're going in there saying, okay, I surrender.
Yeah. Here, I want to live here.
Yeah.
So
Let me hang out on the beach.
a listener by the name of Burke Anderson, which Burke's taken a couple classes from me. Hi, Burke. He wrote in and he said, I'd like to say I wouldn't give up my Second Amendment rights for anything. I was looking at a job in California that would be a $30-ish amount, $30-ish an hour raise, but I chose not to even pursue it because of the gun laws there. I wouldn't allow state laws to dictate where I choose to raise my family.
Right.
So I agree, man. There's lots of places I'd like to live. I mean, but you don't know this. Maybe I've mentioned it to you. Over a year ago, our old manager was trying to get me to move to Oregon, and I could see the writing on the wall. I'm like, I couldn't move back there and do this stuff. And now look what we read today. I mean, you got to be careful.
Oregon's a failed state, man.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah,
You got a madman writing stuff over there.
So I guess I do. Actually, I'm going to back this up.
Of course, we got sellouts in our state.
I do let state politics dictate
trash.
where I raise my family.
Yeah.
If I don't like the freaking politics, I ain't going there.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I'm from Louisiana. I went to California visiting family. My master plan was to circle on down to Mexico and drink tequila for a few months. And I've got a job without trying there. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll hang out for a minute, see California. And stayed there for a little while. Anyway, I had to go. And I had the choice between Hawaii and Idaho. And I'm like, I can't go to Hawaii. I can't. No, I can't do that.
They got some big ass cockroaches in Hawaii, though.
Yeah, they got some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, they do.
But no, so I actually had that option and said, no, I can't do it. I'll go to Idaho.
And you knew you were going to do the Patriot Defense Podcast.
I knew it. It was destined, man. It was.
That's right.
What do you call it? Providence?
We'd have to, if we lived in Hawaii, we'd have to do this podcast in secret, in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah, they'd know where you at.
Yeah. So
you'd hear, hey, brother, come on.
Probably. Oh, man. Well, I think that's it for today, sir.
I am fascinated by this Augusta man.
The who?
The Augusta man.
Oh, yeah. Did you
Augusta man. Is that in Florida?
Augusta
man.
That was in Georgia.
Yeah.
So, and we may mention this, but it's worth mentioning again. So in my class, we always talk about a 21-foot rule or the tooler drill. And what
this guy's my hero, man.
And so what that is, it says that it's a proven fact that a person with a knife at 21 feet is a threat. They can cover 21 feet in like less than 2 seconds. It's insane how fast a person can cover that distance. Well, these two friends in Augusta, Georgia, I believe,
tested it out.
They wanted to test
live fire.
They wanted to test it out. So I've tested this out before, but guess what? Nobody had a freaking firearm. Okay, this is absolutely ridiculous. Well, he was quicker than he thought, and as his buddy charged at him from 21 feet, he drew his firearm and let his buddy have it.
You know, this doesn't prove anything, though. You know what I'm thinking is the guy closed to 21 feet and stopped and said, I got you. And bang, bang, bang.
He goes, no, you didn't, you son of a...
and killed him. Just to win the argument, man.
But
maybe his friend didn't have deadly intent. One of the moron with the gun took his vital organs out.
They weren't both in the right mindset, same mindset.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. 50,
it's like those guys.
In the country.
It's like those guys on Facebook. They're like, I just developed this bulletproof vest. Somebody shoot me.
Man,
I mean, come on, really?
The couple on YouTube.
Yeah,
you remember that one?
Yeah,
shooting the phone book. She shot him with a Desert Eagle .50 cal. I mean, come on, man.
Well, there's a picture going around. I know it's an old one, but it's been going around a while where it shows a work boot with a steel toe in it and a man's foot in there still with a 45 hole, the size of a 45 right through his freaking the steel toe part of it, right through the guy's toe. I mean, most of his big toe is missing.
Good God, what kind of steel toe did he think he had?
I don't know, but he thought it was going to stop his 45.
You know, if you want to try that, maybe you should take your foot out.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
But it don't show as much commitment.
Right. I know this will work. It doesn't look as cool in front of your buddies.
I'll prove it.
So, anyhow, we'll end on that note, talking about some of the brighter Joes out there.
And on that depressing.
But I will state once again, though, I will be, if any of the local guys are around and you guys want to go to the gun show next weekend, it'll be there Saturday and Sunday. Stop by and say hi. I'll be sitting in there, hopefully with a crowd of people around my table answering questions, handing out business cards. If not, come and say hi. If you're bored, you got anything else to do, swing in and say hi. I don't know if we're going to get Tarver in there to see me or not. It is the first weekend of the month, Tarver.
Hey, I don't have to work.
You're like, I don't have to work till the 15th.
And then I go, oh, man, I'm so far behind.
That's right. So I don't know if I'm going to have to release a new show. So we'll have one this coming weekend. But the next weekend, I will be gone for 3 days. About 2 to 3 days. I'll be gone for 3 days. I'll be doing my 50K run up over by Zion in Utah. I've got my first 50K of the year.
50K run.
Well, did you hear about my new goal?
Yeah, what was that, 100K, huh?
No, 100 mile.
100 miles.
I want to do a 100-mile run.
I don't like driving 100 miles, man. It takes too long.
In October of 2020, I'm gonna do it. So anyhow, I got my 50K. So I may put out something earlier.
100 miles.
Earlier in the week. So we'll
don't tell nobody, man. Somebody's gonna rob your house. They know you're gone for a month running 100 miles.
No, I'll get it done in about. My goal is, well, if I can get it done under 24 hours, I get like the silver award. You get belt buckles. I get the silver belt buckle. But anything after that, you just get the regular one.
Silver belt buckle.
The silver belt buckle. I'm gonna come wearing it.
It's gonna be shaped like a bunion. Here you go. Here you go. You got the silver feet, brother.
There.
You know, when I ran, I did 5 miles, and that was it. And I could run 5 miles. And I'm like, I don't want to go no further.
That's all. It's all you wanted to do.
That's far enough. Yeah,
5 miles.
Probably 5 miles to the liquor store. Ran up there and walked back, but 5 miles, man, 100 miles.
I'm gonna do 100
You're a
miles.
madman.
Yeah, run through the night. But anyhow, that's not till next year. We don't. Don't scare me. We don't want to talk about it. We want to talk about it, but we go 50K, 25K, and a 50 mile this year. So that's what we're doing. But anyhow, until then, if you're bored, come see me at the gun show, and I might be able to rope up Kevin or Mark, or someone might be there with me. If
Mark
not,
won't even comment. I'm sorry.
If not, someone bring me lunch. That's what I'm going to ask for. Somebody bring me lunch.
Twinkies. He likes Twinkies.
Oh, no, I don't like Twinkies. Get a hold of me. I'll tell you what to bring me. Bring me a hamburger. I'm not going to eat anything but the freaking burger part of it. The meat. I'm going to eat the meat out of the hamburger. But we're rambling now, dude. We got to go.
Yeah. I came in a little too excited because I finally finished my work this month. So I was a little chaotic. So
okay, we are out of here. We will talk to you guys next week.